Hey, if you haven't decorated for Easter yet, but you want some cute, fun, and cheap ideas, I made this video just for you. You're about to see what I made on Celebration Elevation. Hi, I'm Teresa, and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time, I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna make a couple of different decorations, and we're starting with the bunny wreath. For the bunny wreath, you're going to need a wire bunny wreath form, some white pom-poms, some bunnies in natural wood with a cotton tail, and a galvanized metal welcome sign. All were from Dollar Tree. With any project, the first thing I like to do is get all my supplies together and get it ready to make sure that everything looks right before I start gluing anything down. So here I'm just going to open up all my packages and I'm going to set the little bunny pom-poms around the wreath to make sure that I have enough. I bought 2 packs. So get your hot glue gun and let's get started. I started out with the pom-poms and I glued them to the round part of the frame with the hot glue going on the side that touches the frame and then also the side that hits the next pom-pom. I wanted to be sure that they stay in place. So that's just what I'm doing here. I'm just gluing them down. I have the craft paper underneath it, and every once in a while I'm lifting up the wreath because I'm realizing, oh, that glue is kind of sticking to my paper. So I lift it up so it doesn't get too stuck down. So one of the pom-pom packages was enough for the head, and one was great for both of the ears. On the ears, I glued them to the inside portion of the wire frame so the ears looked less big. I don't know how else to say that. So they're not looking like fat ears. Not that there's anything wrong with fat ears, but I wanted my bunny to just have lean, long ears. So I glued them sort of to the inside of the wire. And the bunny is starting to look so cute. And you can see I just laid them down on the ears just to make sure I did have enough for everything. And it came out to the exact right amount of pom-poms with the 2 packages. So then what I'm going to do is flip it over and add some hot glue to the back of the pom-poms. I just want to make sure that they stay in place. And I know when it gets packed up for the next season, things get bumped around and little things like pom-poms fall off of wreaths. So I'm just giving it an extra little bit of security on there. And then I'm gonna decide where the welcome sign's gonna go. And I loved this galvanized metal sign. I found it in the craft aisle at Dollar Tree. So I hot glued it at the base of the ears. I thought that was really cute there. Just making sure it's not gonna fall off. There we go. Looks good. I like it. Then I got the little pack of wooden bunnies out. They're so cute. They were natural wood and they had the little cotton tails on them. I also got those at Dollar Tree. I love the natural wood look of them. I want to put a few on, but not go overboard. And then I wanted some kind of a bow on there. So this white and tan wire ribbon was in with my rolls of ribbon, but I'm pretty sure I bought it at Dollar Tree maybe last year. And then I make what I call the cheat bow because it's just made to look like it's tied, but actually it's just formed into the shape of a bow, and then I glue it all in place. It's just so much easier when you're doing it on something like this. And then when I have it looking cute, and I've kind of posed it around and moved the wires and trimmed off all the excess so it looks like a perfect little bow, I glue it on. And then I added one more bunny on the bottom. I felt like it needed one more thing. And he looks so cute there. Perfect. And then the last thing I needed to do was take a piece of ribbon and hot glue it to the back so that there's something, a loop, so it has something to hang with. And that's what I did, and that's it. My bunny wreath is pretty much complete, and the total cost to make it was approximately $6. So cute. Just shows you don't have to have all these bright Easter colors to make something look like a pretty Easter decoration. This is just all natural colors. And there it is. So moving on, we're going to make 3 colored mason jars, which we will fill with natural dried cotton on stems. So this is going to be really pretty on a mantle or down the center of a long table. For this project, we'll use 3 mason jars, 3 colors of acrylic paint, and then the dried cotton that I got, also from Amazon. And I'll put that link down below in the description. So I started by choosing the colors. I went with 3 spring pastels with green, blue, and pink. I usually paint my jars on the outside, so then if I put water in them with flowers, it's not going to affect the paint. But this time we're going to use dried cotton on the inside, so it doesn't really matter. So I painted the inside and left the outside looking glossy, and the color just comes through, which I thought was pretty. So the first step is to shake up the paint, then squirt some into your mason jar. My paint was a little bit older, so it didn't coat the glass, so I added a little bit of water and then just kept shaking up the jar. And then it was too thin, so I added some more paint. I shook it up again and then tried to see if it was going to coat correctly. You can see I keep going back and forth trying to get the consistency that will coat the inside of the glass and not look too thin. And then I just shook it up and sort of turned it around and around to see if it was coating. It looked good, but then I needed to just set it and see what it looked like when it settled. So I set that one aside and moved on to the next color. But you can see it's going to be pretty. It just needs to stick. I'm trying to figure out whether I should try to add more paint or what I should do next, because it's really too thin. But I needed that water because it was so thick to begin with. The green is much better, is in much better shape. So I put the green in and shook it around. I added a little water just to thin it out some, and I did the same with the blue. And you can see those coated much better. I went back and I added a little bit of magenta to the pink right there, just because the magenta was in a better, oh, there we go. The magenta was in a better state than the regular pink was, so I thought that would kind of thicken it up and give it the ability to coat better. And the best way to dry these jars is upside down on an egg carton. You can see I got paint on my shirt, which I wasn't too happy about. It was not a paint shirt. But there they are. They're just going to sit there, and we'll see how the coating looks once they've sort of dripped out of there and started to dry. And then I just needed something to make it have a finished look. So I thought it would be a good idea to tie some twine or ribbon at the top and then hot glue that in place. And that just, I think it made it look really good because there was some sort of goopy paint on there. And it just sort of hid that away. And it, like I said, it also just gave it a finished look. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Just hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and if you hit the bell, it'll let you know when my next video's out. Hey, I just wanted to show you the end of this. So I'm finishing putting on the twine, just hot gluing each end on it and just putting it on the top. You could put a ribbon around it if you'd prefer. I think just something nice to finish it off is a good idea because you can kind of see more of the drippy lines and around the top. So if you could cover that, you can see, especially on this pink one, you can see how it's a different color. So I would say to put something over the top like this twine or a ribbon, something like that. And then these cottons, they came, I'll put the link for the Amazon, I'll put the Amazon link under in the description for you. But these are really pretty and they look very natural. And so I just wanted to show you, they all have this wire attached to them, which is really nice because you can make different heights within here. I'll show you, different heights and fill it up however you want. They do come individually wrapped with the little cotton at the top. So that's gonna take a little while, so I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch me I don't even want to sit here and watch me individually unwrap all of these. I understand why it's done because it's kind of delicate at the top and you don't want these parts breaking off or you don't want the cotton getting bunched up. So it's fine. It just takes a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed this Easter video. Here's the Easter bunny wreath that we made at the beginning. And that's it for Easter for today, but I will be bringing you some more spring crafts and ways to decorate your home for company, for guests, for Easter, and for the coming weeks. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next time here on my channel, Celebration Elevation. Thanks guys, bye.